week as well, Erin, because it also followed the release of the Durham report. And the Durham report shows many things, but including this, the FBI had at least four criminal investigations into Hillary and Bill Clinton that were just suddenly dropped months before the 2016 presidential election. Now, the federal probes were in field offices in Little Rock, Arkansas, Washington, D.C., New York, all which opened audits into the charity as Hillary was in the midst of her presidential run, but then they're dropped. I mean, if this isn't two-tier justice on steroids, Erin, I don't know what it is.
Absolutely. And what it does most, it tells the American people we have absolutely no trust in our government. Our government is not for the people, by the people. It's for the Democrats, by the Democrats. And when you just showed that clip of the woman saying that Republicans want to defund the police, let's just talk about statistics. 27 of the 30 most dangerous cities in our country with the most homicides are run by Democrats. What does that tell you? Democrats' cities lead to danger, death, murder, and now we know corruption. They have no leg to stand on here. There's absolutely no truth in their statement. And I think every American, right, left, and center, should be extremely concerned with what's going on in Washington right now, because we don't know what to believe and we don't know what is true other than the cover-ups and lies by the Democrat Party.
And another story I think that speaks to all of this is this Soros-backed U.S. attorney who was forced to resign. The DOJ Inspector General Michael Horowitz announced that Rachel Rollins had been implicated in election interference and lying to the federal government.
I think Erin so rightly, highlighted that the American people see one side being prosecuted and one side not.
Yeah.
And, unfortunately, with the hearing yesterday, there was a lot of time wasted on, bickering from the Democrats. And, the one Democrat who actually started to read a Twitter account that wasn't even the whistleblowers. How embarrassing. And they continued, Erin, to go forward and read that. What an utter waste of time when she could have been actually asking questions. They were there to testify about what is the corruption at the FBI.
Democrats don't care about facts. They only care about feelings, lies, and ad hominem attacks. And we know that's the truth. To call whistleblowers who are basically jeopardizing the only careers that they know, possibly giving up pensions, changing their life to be targeted and attacked, basically saying that these people are a threat to democracy, it's very sad and it's completely untrue. And if you want to circle back to George Soros for a minute, when you attack George Soros, people on the left call you an anti-Semite. That is the biggest lie on the planet. Do not fall for that in any way, shape, or form. I'm a Jewish person who has studied Israel extensively, and let me tell you, George Soros is trying to destroy Israel as well. He is no fan of the Jewish people or the Jewish state of Israel. So let that be very clear when people say it's anti-Semitic to attack George Soros, because he deserves plenty of attack.
And he does indeed. And as you indicated before, Erin, all those cities, St. Louis, New York, they all have Soros. Philadelphia,
Chicago,
we could go on.
L.A.
And we could spend all day doing this. They all have Soros-backed attorneys. He spends a lot of money on those races, and you have to wonder why. Brett Tolman, Erin Elmore, thank you both for being here. Great to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
That time of the week, worst takes of the week. And once again, we had plenty to choose from the White House, Secretary Mayorkas, the New York Times, and Washington Post, all talking about how things had calmed down on the U.S. border ever since Title 42 expired. A fun panel for more worst takes of the week. Erin Elmore is with us. So is Greg Price, who, let's be honest, is the font of a lot of these worst takes. The quickest draw on Twitter, Greg Price.
Yeah.
And our friend Matthew Foldy is joining us as well. All right, it's been a big week for dudes in women's swimsuits. And Erin, this is your worst take of the week. And it's shared by Adidas, Target, and Sports Illustrated. Tell us your take on the worst take here.
For little girls, we have a tuck at Target. They have Pride bathing suits that say, including an own tucking pouch for a female bathing suit. And if you want to go buy an Adidas bathing suit, there you see the Target Pride collection right there. Children, adults, everyone. That's what we're having to buy when we go to Target now. And they have tucking bathing suits for little girls. Well, you know what happens there. And Adidas, if you want to buy one of their bathing suits, you have a man modeling it. It's hard enough to find a bathing suit as a woman. It is a nightmare. The dressing rooms are terrible. You never know how it's going to fit. But now if you want to buy it online, you got to make sure that it looks good on a dude first. And then on the cover of Sports Illustrated, we have a trans individual who was a man. When so many women want to be involved in Sports Illustrated, we have to now say that, yes, this man is our cover model, our cover girl. And this is just another example of we are stealing jobs in modeling from women. We are stealing women's sports. Worst take of the week is men in women's bathing suits, because bathing suits are bad enough as it is.
Yeah,
I miss the football phone.
Yeah.
And also women on the cover of Sports Illustrated swimsuit.
And to Erin's point about models, I mean, should they at least wax his chest hair before he dons the Adidas swimsuit? Just asking. It's
just,
a little much.
Just
yeah.
All right. Don't show it again, please. There are some people.
Woman, I noticed.
I know there are some people eating lunch right now. So let's move on and go to the memes. This week's biggest story in meme format, starting with the jaw-dropping revelations from the FBI whistleblowers who testified before Congress this week, and of course what we learned from the Durham report. First up, this submission comes to us from our friend Brick Suit. Grand Theft Democracy, that's what we witnessed this week, and the gang's all there in the video game, but sadly this is real life. And memes. Erin, you got a special one for us. Talk to us about it.
Dumbass Photoshop did me a solid. Let me just say, I love gays, I love trucks, and I love the White Lotus. But here's my meme. Let's listen. We got to hear it again.
Please, these gays, they're trying to murder me. Please, these gays, they're trying to murder me.
I love that scene. And by the way, I think the Pride truck, the very gay Raptor, I think what they call it, I think it's very cool. I think it looks good. But I do also believe that they're just trying to stick a thumb in the eye of their consumer base. And we saw it didn't really work for Bud Light. And I don't think it's going to work here. I would drive that car, but that's not really the point. You know, these companies have shareholders. They are accountable for bottom lines and profits.
It's about money, though. That's what Ford wants. They want to sell trucks. They want to sell a truck to Pete Buttigieg, who drives an electric Mustang already. That's really what it's about. That's good stuff, Erin. I don't watch The White Lotus, but I might start. All right.
Oh, my God.
Good.
All right. We got to go real quick here. We got 2 minutes left. Let's get to Matthew's meme. What do you got for us, Matthew?
Well, I got a grand old memes masterpiece. We already covered this, but Linda Sanchez not understanding what the internet is gets my meme of the weekend was my runner-up for worst take of the week. Clearly, Linda Sanchez, the congresswoman, sent this from a burner account called Linda Sanchez.
Yes. And great to have Greg with us joining the team this week. You all have a wonderful weekend and have some fun.
Happy Friday, everyone.
Happy Friday.
Thank you.
Good meming. Thanks, guys.
All right, we'll be right back after this.